a taste of my brain. Okay, it's yours anyway. A bite of my eye. Alright, I won't put up a fight. How about today you try eating someone else for a change? Because
Hey babe, what's wrong? You're doing your meltdown stim. The baby woke up early today, so now the schedule is all not good. It's messed up. It's messed up. The schedule isn't the same. Okay, it's no big deal. Sometimes babies, they don't stick to their schedule. Let's just take a moment, take some breaths. Nope, breaths don't help when you're melting down. They don't help. The schedule is not the same. Okay, go do silent burrito hour. I'll take care of the kid. Everything will be okay. Silent burrito hour activated.
You work all day, go back to your dorm, and since you can't afford a mortgage, you just torrent a porn, cause you're an intern. Unpaid.
Who else is out there being in the overly emotionally articulate category because you were told your entire life that people don't understand you and they don't understand your emotions, so you make a point of being understood?
I am so good at masking. No one would ever realize I was autistic if I didn't say anything.
Look, there she goes, that girl is so peculiar. I wonder if she's feeling well. With a dreamy, far-off look.
I know what I gotta do. Healing the world with comedy.
You are not good enough for my daughter, and I don't want you around her. End of story.
so why don't you give me one more?
I can tell you're very young by this post, because if you've actually had to deal with insurance and psychiatrists and psychologists, you would know that you don't get anything like you don't get like a sticker that's like, oh, you are now diagnosed DID. You don't get a scar on your forehead that's like Harry Potter vibe that's like, this person has DID. That's not how being diagnosed works. And showing proof is only for insurance purposes, okay? The way that it works is like, let's say you're talking about trauma in therapy and then an alter front. So your therapist, the first time it's gonna happen, they're gonna be like, oh, that was odd. I'm gonna write it down. The next time that it happens, they're going to be like, oh, this person might have DID. And then when it becomes repetitive, okay, and someone is constantly fronting during trauma situations, they're going to be like, oh, you have DID. That's it, bro. Now, when you get like actual documentation / testing, that's going to be for insurance purposes. So once you have insurance, I have to go 3 times a week, and then with Kim, I have to go 2 times a week. So because of that, insurance is going to be like, why do you need to go so often? We need proof that you actually need to go this often. So then that's when your psychiatrist is going to be like, we need to do testing so that we can send this little 3-digit code to the insurance people so that they can help pay for your actual therapy sessions. You don't just get they're not going to test you, because once an alter fronts, that is your diagnosis. Once an alter fronts in therapy, your therapist is like, you got DID or OSDD or OSDD 1 or 2 or whatever, but I don't know. I have a piece of paper, okay? It's somewhere in my parents' closet with all the medication that I'm no longer allowed to take, but I don't need to show it to you because my therapist didn't need me to take a test to prove that I have DID. So why should I show you a piece of paper of documentation to a total stranger on the internet? My experiences and my reality are just being put out there to educate and to help others not feel alone. If you don't believe it, I don't care. I still have to wake up with DID tomorrow. Well, maybe I'm out of my denial stage? Your comment might have helped me be out of denial.
Hands off, kid, or you'll wake up in my basement, and all the feds will have to break in.
See, the rain is nice, but see, I don't really like getting wet. What in the world? No,
Screw up if they can take a joke. You can dance, you can die, having the time of your life. Ooh, see that girl. No, the fuck we do not.
You know how I know that neurotypicals don't let each other talk about stuff that they like? They think they do, but they don't. Because if you ever try and bring up a thing you want, can't afford around someone, a neurotypical, they'll be like, is this a hint? Are you hinting? The fuck? No, why would that, why is that your first, I don't, fuck.
If I smile with my teeth, bet you believe me. If I smile with my teeth. You and me, we're not the same. I am a sinner, you are a saint.
What are you doing, cooking? Oh yeah, I'm just making some lunch. Yeah, that looks great. Did you add salt to your water? Make sure to do that, and you should probably add other spices too. That's what I like to do. When you fill the pot, did you make sure to fill it with hot water so that way it's faster to boil, and then you don't have to worry about it? That pot might be too big, don't you think? Be careful, don't stand too close. Are you going to use butter or margarine? Which type of milk are you going to use? Because I know people like to use skim, but you really should use whole milk. It's just going to taste that much better. I don't know. Well, what's your next step? Keep an eye on time. What do you got to do on the box? Well, what's the next step? No, that's wrong. Here, let me do it. Please leave.
I feel like a 6 out of 10.
When you take your autistic toddler to a trampoline park and the texture of the bench takes the win.
Good girl in a straw hat with her arms out in a cornfield. That is a scarecrow.
If you've ever said the phrase, I just like animals more than I like people, you're either queer, vegan, or neurodivergent. But since it's No Nuance November, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, I've never met someone who was only one of those things.
If disabled people make the joke, you won't go to hell. If disabled people make the joke, you won't go to hell. It's totally fine to laugh, just don't be an ass. If disabled people make the joke, you won't go to hell.
How much? Every day? Yeah, it's prescribed. I took that much in college once, and I was up for 3 days straight. It's wild. It lets me brush my teeth and like shower.
Hi, this was a comment I made on Gab's video that you should go watch that was on like rating stuff on Redbubble when you search the word like autism or autistic. I can't remember which it was. Anyway, a lot of it was ableist shit that was the stuff that was made by autistic people, you could tell, and it was fucking brilliant. So petition for everyone who's autistic, myself included, to start doing anything that is not ableist and is like autistic shit and putting it on Redbubble to like drown that stuff out of the search results. I'm so serious. TikTok has some fucking power, so like if we could like all just like spiderweb out and like do this shit and drown out all the fucking puzzle piece shit. Yeah, that would be great.
That's not normal, is it? It's not.
It burns! It burns! Oh no, I'm in complete distress right now. It's just that society isn't a safe place for autistic people, so I'm forced to cover it up.
So, we all know that Cher from Clueless is a lesbian with compet, but she also has ADHD, and she's a really good example of how ADHD goes undiagnosed in women. Firstly, the whole premise of the movie is that she got bad grades because she can't focus, and so instead of like just studying harder, she finds a sideways solution to the issue by making two of her teachers have a crush on each other.
What makes you think you can get teachers to change your grades?
Doesn't he understand? Only the fact that I've done it every other semester.
Space Cadet, huh? Remember how she has all of these issues with driving and that she's not able to drive well? It's a major part of the movie because, hello, she's super distracted all the time. Look!
Failed? Well, can't we just start over? I mean, I'm kind of having a personal problem. My mind was somewhere else. I mean...
Do you remember this iconic speech?
If the government could just get to the kitchen, rearrange some things, we could certainly party with the Haitians.
She's taking like a complex, abstract idea and then using like this really concrete example of something to demonstrate that thing. I do that all the time. It's how I understand that stuff. What do the neurotypicals say to that like slightly unconventional way of understanding a problem?
Mr. Hollow, how can I answer that? The topic is Haiti and she's talking about some little party.
I've experienced that one.
There's Cher! Come in, Cher!
Her being an airhead, not paying attention. And then she just like rants about something whilst tennis balls are flying at her head. This is her zoning out in class. And this is when she put something in the oven and then completely forgot about it, so it burnt to a crisp. Of course, the most realistic part of the movie, which is that Cher's struggling with her school grades and she's struggling to learn how to drive, but because she's a blonde girl, she's just called ditzy. It's not taken seriously. She's never given a formal diagnosis or any help or support.
Hi, I'm here to pick up my prescription, last name Griggs. Let me look here. Yeah, no, you can't pick up your prescription today or tomorrow. Today's the 19th, which would make tomorrow the 20th. So you can't pick up your prescription on the 19th, which is today, or the 20th, which is tomorrow, because the 20th comes after the 19th. What? Besides the fact that you felt the need to mansplain to me dates and how they work, why can't I pick up my prescription? Oh, it's simple really, and you probably already know the answer. Well, you would know that you already picked up your prescription on the 27th of October. Okay, but I didn't, and I will explain why since you don't know what happened. I normally get my prescriptions mailed to me. They mailed them out on the 27th, and then they were delayed by a week, and they were supposed to be delivered on the 12th. And then FedEx screwed up and sent them back to my prescriber, so I never ended up picking them up. Hence why my prescriber sent them to you, so I could pick them up before my work trip on Sunday morning. No, that's not what it says here. It says here that you already picked up your prescription. If I was to give you your new prescription now, I would be helping you abuse your drugs, which I can tell you are struggling with. You did not just accuse me of being a drug addict. The reason I'm upset and the reason I look sick is because I'm going through amphetamine withdrawals. Tell me, doctor, have you ever gone through amphetamine withdrawals? That shit sucks. No, I haven't. I don't have a drug problem. Accuse me of a drug problem one more time. I'm trying to explain to you why I wasn't able to get my meds and why my prescriber sent them to you, and you're not listening to me. My prescriber should have said in the notes that I never got my original prescription from October, which is why I'm here almost a month later still trying to figure this out. So please tell me what I need to do to get my prescriber to give you permission to give me my drugs. You should just wait until your next refill is up, which is on the 27th. It's only a week away. And I will not be here in a week because I work out of town. I don't know how many times I have to tell you that I never got my prescription from October. Okay, that's why it got sent here. The prescriber should have put it in the notes. And if she didn't, I will talk to her. What I'm trying to get through to you is what do I need to tell my prescriber to tell you so I can get my meds for tomorrow. You can't pick up your meds today or tomorrow because today is the 19th and the day that comes after the 19th is the 20th. Stop explaining to me what the days of the week are because I already know what day comes after the 19th. That's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you what the fuck do I ask my prescriber to tell you so I can get my meds? Just have her call us. And tell you what? What does she need to know?